To get more familiar with the basic concepts of my project, I will explain the water distribution networks management, which usually uses hydraulic model, water quality models. And after that, I am going to talk about the mixing phenomena in the water quality models. And at the last steps, I'm talking a little bit about contamination source identification. So for the first part, which is the hydraulic model, as you know, in water distribution network management, we need some models that we can control, we can manage, and we can operate the water distribution network in the best way that it is possible. So for this purpose, we need hydraulic model. In the hydraulic model, we need some information as inputs to have the output. The output of the hydraulic model will be the velocity and the pressures in the whole water distribution network, and we can have the velocity and pressure in all the pipes, junctions, and all of these compartments of the water distribution network. But what are the inputs for the hydraulic models? It is the water distribution network geometry, that is the facilities location, I mean pumps, pipes, different junctions. Besides, we need the pipes lengths, junctions elevations. Also, we need the pipe materials. And after this information, we need water consumption and the pump's operation curve. When we have these inputs, then we can have the velocity and pressure in the whole network. And this is the main and the first things that a hydraulic model will do for us in water distribution network management. After the hydraulic model, we can talk about water quality model. It's another tool that we usually use in managing the water distribution network. It is using, for example, to control the chlorine concentration in the whole network. As you know, the chlorine is using as disinfectant for the drinking water in some networks. For the water quality model, the same as the hydraulic model, we have some inputs and the output. The output for sure is the concentration of selected substance in the whole network. The selected substance can be different things. As I mentioned, it can be chlorine, it can be ozone or other chemical substances that can be useful or something bad in the drinking water. So for the input of the water quality model, we need the substance concentration. At the injection location, we also need the injection location and the velocity and pressure in the whole network, which can be obtained from the hydraulic model. So in conclusion, we can say that water distribution networks management need two tools, hydraulic model and water quality model, to control and manage the water distribution network according to the hydraulic parameters like pressure, or according to the quality parameters like the concentration of chlorine. Okay, right now there are different models which is used in this field. The most common of them, we can say the most common of them is EPA-NET and WaterCAD or WaterGem, which these two models are using in different municipalities and also manage different network by these two models. But after getting introduced with the main concept of my project, now I am going to talk about the main question of the research that I am going to work on there. And this question is coming from, if we assume that we have a cross junction in a water distribution network, as you can see in the figure, and we have two inlets, two outlets. So if we have different quality of water in each of these inlets, then how would be the quality of water in the outlets? So as many researchers, as many general person and guys thought about this, they decided to say that here, even if we have two different water based on their quality, then we have complete mixing in the outlets. It means that, for example, if we have the concentration 0 here and the concentration of 100 here, when all the flow rates are the same, the concentration in the outlets will be 50 and 50, the average of the inlet's concentration. But recently it was proved that this is not a right assumption to talk about mixing phenomena in water distribution networks. So let me to share a video with you. In this video, as you can see, we have two inlets. The inlets are right side and down sides. The outlets are upside and left side. As you can see, we have two waters here. One of the water has ink and has the color of red. So first, we thought that we should have the red water in both outlets. But the things that has happened is something completely different. As you can see, the flow from the inlets bifurcate completely, and the concentration or the red color is not coming to this inlet. So in my project, I will work on this assumption. I mean, I will work on mixing phenomena, which is not complete. However, all existing models right now assumed that the mixing is complete. And this assumption makes some error, especially in water quality models. So in my project, I will first work in the laboratory of the INRS. It's a completely facilitated laboratory that we have in Quebec, and we can say we have it in Canada. As you can see, it's a small network. In this small network, I am going to inject salt in different pipes, and then I will study the mixing phenomena in some cross junctions that you can see in this network that it is here. After that, I would like to talk about contaminant source identification. One of the most important application of water quality models is in contamination source identification. And what does that mean? As you can see in this figure, we have the network of Quebec. In this network, there are some quality stations which measure the water quality in those stations. When these qualities are coming down, or there are some dangerous substance in the drinking water, these stations trigger their alarms. And when the alarm started, the most important thing is this: to find the source of that chemical substance and stopping that chemical substance exactly in that place. So it is really important to find the source of contamination. To do this, we need really to have the exact water quality model. So we decided to work on the mixing phenomena or incomplete mixing assumption to improve the exactness of water quality model, and then we can have an exact contamination source identification. Thank you.